right. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Wow, what a special day. A super special day today. Episode 42. We have a treat for y'all today, Heartbeats. Check this out. We got Island Beats with us today. Iris and Zoe of Island Beats.
Island Beats, baby. If you don't know, now you know. Now you know.
Do the horn.
It's about to be a whole party.
It is.
This is Island Beats,
party.
baby.
We had a whole half-hour party before we got started. Y'all missed all the
that.
Oh my God.
Yes, yeah. And welcome, Iris and Zoe. We are so happy to have you. We've talked about you in some of our episodes, and I remember the very first episode that we mentioned you in. It was episode 2, The Pursuit of Passion. And I talked about
we go
way back. Yes, I personally shared my goals and wanted to learning to dance. So I remember that episode very vividly. And Zoe, I remember you mentioned it on one of our Island Beats Saturday mornings, where you said, I heard when you said that, you said how much it inspired you. So just wanted to note that. So I'll link that episode with this one. And then we'll definitely get going. So yes. So Shauna, I think I will throw it over to you. You got us into that laughing. Because you got us into this in the quarantine
into
and
this
starting and so we just want to pull the pieces together of how this all came about. So
so I'm actually going to let the ladies introduce themselves, but before I do, I just want to let everyone know that Zoe and I go way back, as I have an internet connection with Jeanette and Linda from the very beginning of our relationship. The same thing happened with Zoe and I. A crazy story is I followed her blog thinking she lived in an entire different state and city, had no idea where she lived at, admired her work, and she would start talking back to me with the comments and everything. And one time she wrote something, I found out that she was in Shaker. I lived in Shaker. I'm like, wait a minute, we live in the same place. And then we started meeting up and going out to eat and hanging out and all of the things, and we're still together to this day. So online connections are amazing, even in your own town.
Absolutely. Right down the street. We live right down the street from
3 minutes from each other. We could walk to each other.
Y'all probably was in a grocery store together, didn't even know.
Awesome. But then it's like, when you're meant to know someone, when we finally met in person, I mean, I felt her spirit through the comments. Like, who is this? And then when I met her in person, it was like, girl, I know you.
Right?
I know you.
And she would introduce me to everybody. This my friend E Nanny.
I was so impressed and so admired how you grew up on the internet.
Thank you.
I remember some early.
You remember
how you were so nervous, but then I started seeing. I'm like, look at E Nanny. Doing the thing. So.
E Nanny.
Yes.
Love
Electronic Nanny Link. That was my first brand name, and I've evolved. And now I'm Shauna Hibbs LLC, motivational speaker, inner child whisperer, and all the things. So you're right. You watched me grow. So we're here to talk about y'all.
Yes.
So our first question is, we're gonna go with Edie's, because Edie's she's been doing dancing and teaching for a very long time. And so we want to know, how did you get started? What was your motivation? What was your drive?
So I've been teaching since 2010. I became certified 2010. And I was already lined up to teach because I was a student before that. I was a student since about 2008. So I used to work at this office and they had a gym off the block, not too far. And I was already hitting my 40s. So I was like, I have to start, working out. I feel like I need a change in my body because, I'm going to hit that midlife pretty soon. And I just made a decision that I just wanted to start, doing more fitness, just become a lifestyle, right? And when I started at the gym, they had a class called Zumba. And I was like, whoa, what is that? For us, Zumba in Spanish, it means like you're throwing somebody out the window.
I never knew that.
Jumping
I
and
don't know.
se zumbó por la ventana, you know, like she threw herself out the window.
Yo, you learn something new every day.
I said,
That is
so I'm
funny.
looking for a trampoline class, something like that. Jump out the window.
I'm not going to that. I don't know what they doing.
I'm
over
like,
there.
you might use that. Zumba you.
Right. so when I went in, I was
Cousin
like,
is
oh
somebody.
wow. I found this so interesting that she was playing Latin music and she was working out. And then the girl was not Latina. Kind of sort of. She's Brazilian. And to this day we still keep in touch, but she's Brazilian. And she was getting it. She had all these people in there. Granted, the area that I worked in, it's highly dominated. It's called Pompano Beach in Florida. It's highly dominated by Brazilians. So there was a lot of Brazilian girls in there, and I was learning my samba and all this bunch of stuff. But then I said, you know what? She's Brazilian. She don't have that Latin Caribbean culture in her blood like I do. Then I could do this. Yeah, right. I could do this. when I got certified, I drove about 6 hours to get certified. So I got certified. I was so nervous.
Oh, can you imagine her?
I thought I was like,
No,
she's
not
so
at all.
confident.
Yes.
So nervous because it's not the same being a student as opposed to being a
It's
teacher.
not.
So then this is where I said, okay, I started following. So I learned how to make money so I can start taking classes. So I hooked up with this guy. He started selling me shoes and I started selling sandals. So literally off the back of my trunk, I was selling sandals and shoes to all these Zumba ladies.
All right.
Make money to belong. I belonged in 3 gyms and 4 studios.
Wow.
This is how much I loved it. I loved it.
That's how you know it's a
Oh
lot.
my God, if you put me in this position, you're gonna take me somewhere with it.
You were created to dance. That's your zone of genius. That,
And,
you know.
and it's just
that's the point, Shauna.
that was right. And that was something that I just loved, but I wanted to find where and how. So eventually as I started teaching, I started building my clientele, my students. You know, you find students that are gonna love you and you find students that don't love you. And that's fine. To each his own. That's what a taste is for, right? So I opened up my own studio in Florida. It was really, 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 really good until
we always have those untils.
Until I was in the studio. Everybody knew us because we used the studio for events and for other instructors to certify them. I mean, we used it for everything. And that's kind of like what we're planning here in Ohio. And that's a way good idea of getting your name out there, most of all exposure. So I did that, but in Florida it's very different because it's a very, very #1 Zumba state. They're very big in fitness.
That's where sort of kind of
competition.
Right.
A lot of competition.
There you go. So there was a lot of, I didn't look at it as competition. I looked at it as haters.
It's fun. Let's just be real about it. They not competitive. They haters.
Compete with this one right here, you know, because you don't think you're the best, right?
That part.
I can't wait till they have reactions up here with fire flames because I'm gonna give you a heart on that. But I need fire flames up here.
I need
just yell out fuego every 5 minutes.
That's fuego. So
all day.
It was, the space was about maybe like 1,400 square foot. It was big. I had my own stage and I had a partner. She became a Zumba instructor, but she found me. She came looking for me at the gym. And she said, I heard that you're a very good Zumba instructor. Do you want to partner up with me? And I was like, okay. So that's how we hit it up and we still keep in touch. And but anyways, one of the instructors had a studio like 4 lights down from where we were. And she was she couldn't afford rent anymore because her rent was very high. But instead of collaborating, again, this is why I'm so big of collaboration. I'm not here to step on anybody's toes. I'm just trying to do what I need to do.
Right.
Period. You know, I don't want your students. I don't need your students. There's food for everybody. In every industry, there's food for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you don't make it, it's because you weren't meant to make it. Period.
Yeah.
Iris,
tell us how you ended up coming to
That's right. That's
Cleveland, Edie's.
Wait, let me tell you the quick story. This is good.
None of her stories are quick.
I know. That's a Latina. This a Latina to
this
another Latina. I'm trying to guide this Latina.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is so she went to this is how I lost my studio. She went to the owner and offered him double the rent that I was paying, and he kicked us out.
What?
So I said, that's okay, you keep it. Sure enough, 3 months in there, because God definitely don't like ugly, and sometimes he don't like pretty either.
Let me tell you.
Sure enough, 3 months in, they were building a gas station. So guess what happened to her? Bye. She had to leave. I was there 4 years.
Yeah.
But anyways, I ended up in Cleveland because
She was supposed to meet me.
I was supposed
That's right.
There you go.
I have a boyfriend, and my boyfriend is a boxer. He's a MMA trainer, boxer.
Yes.
And we came here to visit. He came to meet a trainer. And when I came here, I was like, oh, wow, this is nice. But I needed the change.
I didn't know that Cleveland even existed.
Right. When he told me, I've been talking to this guy, and he's a good trainer, and I would want to meet him. And he said, I said, where is it? Let's go. In Cleveland. We were like, what is that?
What? The Cleveland
So we
show?
came, we drove out here, we stayed in Independence, and we looked they were in Euclid. I don't know if you Sean
yeah, she knows.
up a Little Giants up that area. So that's what we were going. But anyway, so I liked it, and I was really looking for a change. My goal was to go to the Carolinas originally.
I saw
that
dream may come true, especially with collabs, because we're hard chat about that too.
No, and I said, okay, Carolinas, I ain't mad at you. If it's not ready for me to come now, I'll come later. That's okay.
It wasn't ready for you. They ready for you now. Come on.
Yeah.
Wiggle, baby, bring it down.
Island Beats is going on a world tour, and one of the places we're gonna make sure we visit.
Yes.
So then I started looking for jobs. They called me in like a month. Oh my God. I was like, okay, this is meant to be. I came without a job, but I said, don't worry. They're calling me now. I'm going to be having a job in about a month. I had.
So I have to ask you this, Edie. How did you and Zoe meet?
So I came to Nikkei.
You know Nikkei?
Oh,
I thought it was through the company. Wow.
No, it's through Nikkei.
Nikkei is a friend of mine, Kelly. She's also a Zumba instructor. And
Nikkei is NOLA Movement. Any listeners? That's a brand, and she does Brazilian dancing.
Right.
And she has a Brazilian team. Actually, they came and they performed at my birthday party.
Samba Amor.
And she's actually Linda. If you remember her, she's the albino girl that.
Yes. Jeanette knows too.
Okay.
So, yes.
And Jeanette too. But Nikkei, I met Nikkei through a Zumba friend, she lived in Florida and she lives here. She's from here. And she introduced me to Nikkei. And Nikkei, not even through the phone, Nikkei goes, oh my God, I really need a sub. Can you come and sub for my class? And I didn't even know Nikkei in person. So when I came.
And you come highly recommended. Just come on.
Yes. So when I came.
Reputation precedes itself.
Yeah, right. That's right. And then I walked in, Zoe walks in, and I was like, because.
Who is that short stuff?
Well, no, Nikkei was like, making it seeming like it was a whole bunch of people.
A whole bunch of girls.
It was me. It was just.
You were stepping for one person in class.
Get out of here.
That's how you got to do it. You got to put it out there.
When I saw Zoe, I was like, okay. And I'm saying to myself, what's the rest of her?
He's short stuff,
Zoe, don't let them tell them your fun size.
The cool thing about it was, so Nikkei and I have been going to her Zumba classes because she was transitioning from being on the west side to the east side. So she really didn't have a lot of students. Well, it was just me and maybe a few other people. And I was faithfully going to her classes. At the time, my dad was in the hospital. He had stage 4 lung cancer. And that was my way of really releasing all of that. And I loved Zumba. It was everything to me. So then when I met her, when she walked in, I was like, all right.
Right.
Very nervous because, again, it had just been me and Nikkei. And here comes Miss Dominicana.
Hot stuff.
As big
Short
as the
stuff,
world.
hot stuff.
A storm coming in. I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting.
And then I tell her, do you have it? And then she said, no, I think it's just me. I said, that's okay. 1 is as good as 100. Remember that, guys. 1 is as good as 100.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so from there, it's been on ever since. She was teaching classes all around Cleveland, and I would be like, hey, I'll be there.
She's
yeah, I used to follow her everywhere. And, you know, that became a mentorship, became a friendship, became eventually a partnership, sistership, whatever you want to call it. I was supposed to meet her.
That's
she was supposed to
and then you got your teaching certificate, right, Zoe?
Yeah, December of 2019. So all of 2019, again, I had been following her around, and I always, you know, thought about myself in ways of like, oh, like I could be a fitness instructor, but I never like took it seriously. And then when I started hanging with her and practicing, I would be practicing, girl, and just having a good time, watching my videos, like, oh, let me do that differently. And then one day she said, Zoe, why don't you just go get your certification? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I should. So we drove to Cincinnati.
I went with her to Cincinnati. And it was fun.
It was really fun. It was really good.
So how did Island Beats come about?
Oh my goodness. Nikkei, really. We had, after I got certified, even before I got certified, we used to have classes. And I would be like the super student in the front.
But the thing is,
I'm the one in the very back. Like,
I'm me too. I'm in the back.
Yeah, I was the one in the front. That everybody be like, move her out the way.
But the funny part is, I don't know. It's just, listen, guys. When things are meant to be, there's so much mystery behind that. Like, you can't put it together, and eventually you start figuring things out.
Yeah.
So the studio that I was teaching in Lakewood, which was here on the west side, the owner said, you know what? I noticed that you play a lot of like Caribbean music. Why don't you just call it like African beats or rhythms or something? Really? Like that. So she kind of put that idea.
That was in her head.
That was in my head.
Right. And so when 2020 came, we were asked by Nikkei to teach a Zumba class together. And when we met with her, she was like, well, what are you guys going to call yourselves? And we were like, nah.
I don't know. We like island music.
We like island music. And then, you know, Iris put out there the beats part. And then we were just like, island beats.
Right.
Like, island beats.
That's cool. Oh my gosh.
So the idea was there. It was just the whole thing putting it together.
And we give a lot of credit to Nikkei.
Yes.
Because she saw us first. She saw the dynamic.
Right.
Wow.
Potential. She saw the potential.
She's such a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she seems like a real sweetheart.
She's a beautiful soul. She's very open.
Like, and I just think about like the possibility of her not being able to make that class and knowing that, oh, well, Zoe's the only one. I'm sure if I tell her I'm not going to have it this week, she'd probably be fine with it. But her like, no, she's here faithfully. I'm going to make sure she gets what she needs this week, and then bring in Iris in. Like, it could have went so many different ways had that one thing not happened and she not brought Iris in. No telling like where your paths would have went or if they would have crossed eventually.
Yeah.
And she didn't even know me. That's the
really mystery that you just said, right?
Even know me. Can you just cover my class? So I did 2 classes for her, and Zoe came to both. No, Zoe came to one. The other class, I think Zoe was on vacation, but then when I met Zoe, it was just her and I. That was the weirdest thing. Because the other class, there was 2 girls in there. And then the second class, it was.
And the cool thing about it, you guys, we are still in relationship with Nikkei.
Yes.
We her every Monday at 6:30.
I love it.
Nola Movement.
I love the commitment you all have to each other.
Yes, and we said that there are only 2 people that we will ever teach for. Nikkei is one, and the young lady who we just met this past year, Sharan.
Dance by Sharan.
Yeah, is the other. Very, very, very like
giving
open and giving and loving women.
The vibe.
Like we figured out how to work together, and we're all in the same space, but it's not competitive. It's not on each other's toes. We have open communication. We work together well. And that has been, I think, for me, like something very important to have in my life, where it shows Black women coming together in the same space, but helping each other.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
I love that too. So that's an excellent point. I mean, and I even see it just my following of you ladies since early 2020 and just the collaboration. I think I attended a couple of your events last summer, your virtual birthday parties, your virtual hangouts.
Coming up.
Yes, and the Kay seems like she's just very warm spirit and just, I also follow her on social media. So I just see the awesome collaboration that you all have and just, it speaks in your work and what you put out there. Love it.
Yeah.
And the K has a big exposure here in East and West. So for our benefit too. Because she actually has a huge contact list and she knows a lot of people in the industry.
Awesome.
And for us has been great because she's referred us to a lot of people.
Yeah, she always looks out for us in that regard.
And Sharon, I have a thing about, this is one thing I look at it. I don't really particular look at a color, whether you're black or you're white. I look at it as a person. I look at it as, I don't care who you are, because some people do misconceive it. Because let me tell you, there are some Latinas I don't want to deal with. I don't care if they white, black, green, purple,
family.
Yellow.
Look, some of them might be family.
So to me, it's just to me, it's like, as we say in Spanish, let me see how much she could dance.
Say it in Spanish.
Anda a ver cuánto ella baila, a ver si termina el baile. Let's see how much she could dance. So meaning, show me your colors, show me who you are, and then I'll show you who I am.
That's right.
That's how I look at it, because in this industry, in the Zumba world, especially, because granted, that's what we really are, Zumba instructors. We just choose to teach a certain rhythm.
Right.
But in the Zumba world, you know how many Zumba instructors we reached out to?
What did that say about rhythm?
What you say about rhythm, Jeanette?
You're out of my head, Jeanette.
Said something about rhythm. I was like, let me tell you something. As a black woman, you'd be like, and a Caribbean and black woman, like, you be like, oh, I got rhythm. Not until you get in that class. My feet were doing what my head told it to do, and I'm like, you cannot look at her.
Not doing it.
You cannot look at her because you can't do it.
So I'm trying to learn how to whine properly, and I'm supposed to know this from 2 years of age.
I be trying. I close my eyes.
That's so funny. Bless her heart.
You close your eyes, Linda.
I do. I was making faces yesterday. I put in the chat. I said something to Laura. Laura was like, yes, making my best faces yesterday at that music. Like,
you was getting it. You was getting it, Linda. Your elbow dances.
My elbow game is strong, y'all. I'm telling y'all. My elbow game is strong. Now we're gonna work on other parts, but I'm just saying.
But let me tell you, we had this Jamaican girl in our class, in one of our classes. We love her to death, but she cannot dance for the life of her.
Oh,
aren't you from the
get there?
Nobody taught her.
But you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
She tries, and that's the thing.
That's the most.
Yeah, you gotta try.
Keep on trying.
And guess what?
Rhythm may be having fun.
Yeah, but the fun is something totally different. So,
yeah,
true. You get the rhythm. I feel, because we talk about, you gotta listen to the music. You gotta, let it come into your soul, right? Mm-hmm. And then that helps with the rhythm.
It does.
But sometimes people miss that part, right?
because Zoe, because we have a hard time of letting go,
right?
And relaxing,
I was just about to say
and being in present. It's like yoga,
right?
It's
right.
Anything that you do, just let it go and let it flow.
Yeah.
And then, so I think the more relaxed a person is, especially if they haven't heard this type of music before,
right,
or the energy or the vibrations, Afro beats, Latin culture, all of that is high vibrations.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't grow up with
that.
So
they'll
have to.
And we worry about that. Does that intimidate people? Because it is so, and then put me and her together with it. And it's all the way up here.
It's explosive, baby.
It's fabulous.
It's exactly. It's a whole experience, and I feel like you can come in and be intimidated, but y'all are so just welcoming and so encouraging the whole time. And Zoe gets up in the camera like, I see you, and I'm like, no, don't look at me.
I know.
Every time they come in the camera, I'm like, I gotta do my best move.
Right.
Yeah. I do the same thing. Iris is like, get down lower. I'm like, but I'm 6 feet tall. I can do it.
No, it cracked me up.
I be telling Linda, bring it lower. I know you
So, listeners, Edie's is tall and Zoe is short.
She's fun.
And so sometimes when
Oh,
Edie leaves the
Jeanette.
screen and Zoe's dancing, Zoe's moves, sometimes she moves them a lot quicker. And I've told her this before, and I'm like, you do certain moves and I'm still here and you've already went here. You got to understand this arm is long. It's double yours. So
No, but I
I'm gonna
think
need you to
yeah, no, you're right though. But I told Zoe that because I don't do that. I said, yeah, the problem is sometimes you as an instructor, when you have a cue, right, and you want to get, so you're on a 4th count. Zoe wants to get there quick. I said, let it go. If you didn't get the 4th count, you're fine.
Listen, that music,
however you need to get there, as long as you end and start it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
sometimes when y'all do that whole spin around move, I gotta go like halfway and just come back because y'all gonna be spun around the second time, but I'm still gonna be trying to get back around.
I'm telling you, the
that's
toe
challenge
touch.
with the virtual too, I think, because the technology doesn't really like afford us to like really like see each other.
Be in sync.
We're together. When we're in person, it's a different experience.
Wait till you guys see that.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a better workout. You actually burn more, and we're watching you.
Yeah.
I have a question about your mission because I know that this all started off. You came together, you started Island Beats, we got into quarantine, you started the virtual, is very successful, and now you're taking your business to greater heights. So what is your overall mission? I know dance is how you're bringing people together, but what are the core values of Island Beats?
Yeah. So the main thing that we want for all of our students is to help unleash their inner shine. That's the confidence within them. You know, Iris said at some point she was nervous about being a Zumba instructor, but I can't tell any nervousness now in her because that has awakened in her. You know, it was already there. It was already in me. But because we've discovered this body movement platform, it kind of awakened things inside of us. And that's what we want to do for the women who join us for class. We believe in, look, I'm trying to remember because you know we're in this coaching.
Right, exactly.
It's all right. Nobody knows if you missed something, but
it's your story.
That's right.
Our mission and message is getting women to move their body, to build that confidence in themselves. And so most of our students will be students that don't like the gym.
Right.
They like that one-on-one and they want that and they want to build that community, right? So I know Linda keeps in touch with Kai. So this is what we're about. We're trying to bring women together that really want that one-on-one attention, want to feel that body, and want to bring that sexiness back, you know, to build that confidence. We have a student named Tahira. Tahira is our
we call her fan club president. So be on the lookout for our Facebook group.
She's our fan club. The
administrator over it.
Tahira started wearing all these long shirts and all these turtlenecks. And I said, don't worry, girl. Give it some time. You'll be getting rid of them pretty soon.
That's what you did to me. That's what you did to me. I showed up one time. Remember, I showed up one time, I had my little tank and my little, and Edie's came up to the camera, was like, Shana, look at your body. You see how you look?
That's right. It does. It does.
It's a big confidence booster.
It is.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. So we want women to be joyful, energized, and confident. Especially the older we get, you know, we lose that drive. We lose that energy that makes us ambitious. Yeah. When we are doing Island Beats, I feel like I can conquer the world. I can do anything. Seriously, in my mind, like
I do too.
Like
I know.
Yes.
I do too.
I feel like I don't like when I miss, you know, I have to miss some Saturday mornings. And weekday classes are just a little bit more challenging. And I know that my mind is more freer on Saturdays. So that's why that class works better for me versus me having to think about my week sometimes. Yeah. But I know for some people, they're like, no, I need that hard break in the middle of the week, you know, so that
I can use it for sure. I can definitely use it. It's like a good stress reliever for me. For me, by Saturday, I'm so burnt out because I'm like just going, and not doing anything for myself. That's why I was like, man, I'm gonna miss the whole summer of Island Beats when I got pregnant.
That's the day, the summer.
We got some options. Hopefully, you know, in the future, you won't be able to miss.
Class.
You know, the website, we're building our library of videos so that we can make those available. We used to send out videos and stuff, but we stopped doing that because we had to be smart because we are building a business. We are a studio, and we just couldn't give everything away. I mean, doing this for free, basically.
Yes.
You know, the whole time. And we just had to be smart. So we're going to have some other things available for those who can't make a class. We try to build, we're still working full-time jobs. That's the other thing.
Right. and behind the scenes, I don't know how we've done it, guys.
I don't know
in
either.
A year, we've done so
very impressive.
From our clothing line, from our website, all the events.
Yeah.
You know, all the master classes that we're doing, all the classes that we're doing. And we just added a new class, which is called the Island Beats Light. And that's for women that they don't have, you know, they want low impact. They can't really jump.
And they want a little more attention. Because y'all know in class, we look in the camera, but we just keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a party. It's a party. The class I go
nobody
to.
fell. Everybody's standing up. You got your water? Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
We love it. We love it.
And the thing is, it's funny because, and I told Zoe, I said, we need to build a light class because a lot of women can't do the high impact. But then again, they want to do the high impact because they want to watch and they like the energy.
Yeah.
In reality, their body can't do it.
Yeah.
So this is why, and we want to break it down more easier for them.
And show you how to modify some of the moves because that can be tricky too. There are things I can't modify. Like, I'm sorry. The song is not modifiable. Like,
right. Yes. Great
So
music,
ladies know
great
when
songs.
I started, I had my second leg surgery. So there was a lot of moves that I couldn't do. And so sometimes I was frustrated by it. I would turn my camera off, lay across the bed, or like my leg. But as time went on, and between I was doing yoga for a whole year and I was doing Island Beats at the same time, twice a week, and 1-on-1, and it helps strengthen my leg, and I'm able to keep up a lot better than I could at the beginning. But for those that are thinking about taking any of Iris and Zoe's classes and you have an injury or there's a part of your body that doesn't quite want to do what you need it to do, still join the class because I found ways where if they did a 4-step, okay, I'll just do 2 long steps and I'll still stay on beat, you know, they did 2 spins, I'm going to do 1 spin and then I'm going to do a little beat myself right here and wait for everybody to come with me, you know, so until, you know, but my leg is doing a lot better. So I wouldn't be discouraged if anyone wants to take your class, you know, there's ways to modify.
There are ways to modify.
And what about the music, guys?
The music is amazing.
The choreo.
I got Spotify right here. I'm like,
the music is great.
It is great. Yeah,
you just can't help but move. How many people have gone to our class and say, no, we just want to watch. Okay. Go ahead and watch.
It's a party. It's like
it is.
Party. So it's almost like you have your flower wall people at the party.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be a wallflower anymore. You know, it's like, you know, April 27th of 2020 was when I first took your class. And I remember being so nervous. I set my watch to, you know, the calorie burn and all that. I was like, oh, so as I continued to, you know, take classes, my calorie burn was getting higher and higher. And
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Yeah,
Like
I said, this music is, I like this music. Like,
it's her.
Get away from it. And
it's her.
it was,
Iris is amazing.
Yeah, we have
When
our
it
fave
comes-
songs, and we chat,
Yeah.
ladies. We built community, through your classes and just your connection to us. And I think that has been really key. So we're in the chat. Oh, this is my song. Wait a minute, this is my song. And then you kind of find out like who connects with who. Like Shauna and another student, they have a favorite song, but then I have a favorite song, and we share that. So you building that way too, but also doing the moves and adding in that fitness part has been really good. So just to talk about, you mentioned the clothing line and some things. So can you talk a little bit about that and how that came about?
Yeah, so Iris and I, in our friendship development, right? We discovered we both love to shop. Like it was like, wait a minute.
So as you guys know, I'm big in fashion styling.
Right.
I love fashion. I'm a true New Yorker when it comes to that.
And it was just funny. Like one day we were hanging out. She was like, "You want to come to the store with me?" And I'm like, "Sure." We ended up at some little neighborhood little store called Shoppers World. And I'm in Shoppers World like, this girl's actually shopping in here. And I'm like, oh my God, look at this. This is cute.
We got a rainbow every back up.
So we were like going to all these little cheapy little, not just cheapy stores, but all kinds of.
Right.
And
find all the jewels in there. All the jewels are in there.
Yes,
You just have to take
and
the time. I grew up like that. I tell my ladies all the time, the heart of chat, like 90% of my wardrobe is from secondhand, from antique shops, and from I have the eye to find those good quality things, and I will take the time to find those jewels so that I can have more for my dollar and still look amazing.
Yeah, right. And that's what we do for Island Beats. So a big part of our brand, of course, is dressing alike. And whenever we would come to class, people would be like, "Oh my God, you guys are so cute." That's because we spent time at the Shoppers World.
Y'all be so cute.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how we started. And then as everybody started, telling us, "Oh my God, you guys look so cute." And I said, you know what? Let's make women dress the part too. Why would we only cute on camera,
Because let me tell you, that's the struggle. I'm like, what am I gonna wear? I'm like, I ain't got nothing to wear. I can't wear that. That's too. I don't like the way I'm looking at. Like, it's just. I'm like, I ain't gonna look like that. So let me just throw on this t-shirt and some leggings.
And that's what we try to help people see. When you come to class, first of all, you're coming to a party, and second of all, when you go to a party, you're not gonna wear a big t-shirt and some leggings. You're gonna be cute. You're gonna put on some lipstick. You're gonna wear earrings. Jeanette. So
Jeanette said, "Who ain't wearing that?"
Linda used to be like that too.
No, Linda. Now
Linda be what?
Oh yeah, she showed us all her little outfits. I was like, okay, Linda.
Yes. So the whole idea about selling Zumba wear, Zumba has its own fitness apparel, and we would mix and match our cheapy finds with Zumba wear.
Awesome.
And when I was like, wait a minute, we got to figure out, there's got to be a way we can sell Zumba wear. So I just inquired with Zumba.com, the people, at the main office, at the home office, and they, sure enough, you could become an authorized reseller. So we, signed up for it, and it's been really, really
guys.
Fun. That part of what we do is
and I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported us in all kind of ways, because let me tell you, all this that we've been doing is out of the grace of God. God has been multiplying us in all kinds of ways. And I thank you. And when I get to him, I'll be like, yo, what's up? You took good care of me.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you, because without everybody, any little seed everybody has given us, a grain of rice has counted so much. Like,
absolutely.
With this Zumba wear, it wasn't cheap for us, but we did it, and
she was so nervous. She was like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
I'm like, no, I think this is something, nobody else is doing this in this area. It can mean a lot. And especially when we get our own studio, we can set up a store.
And so our next year goal is I will be designing our own clothes.
Oh, that's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be
we want to start out that
and I've already let you know I will be a model. I told you that last year. I put my application in last year.
Oh
Yes,
man, that's
We started out with that idea of doing our own.
I was like, Zoe, I ain't finished with school yet.
That's a lot, right?
It's okay.
Yeah.
You already have that gift.
Yeah, but to already bring in a product that's already, manufactured and we don't have to worry about that, was our business coach told us that was a smart move.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That we did that. It totally represents the brand of Island Beats, the bold colors. Every few, 2 months, they come out with new stuff. I'm like, dang,
I know.
Beautiful.
Put all these clothes.
But I just want to say one thing. So I started partnering with Rafiki. So Rafiki is my little boy, and he reminds me a lot of Zoe. So that's kind of one thing that we kind of hit off Zoe and because he had the same situation. So he was in my class, and I saw him going all crazy, shaking his booty,
Rafiki is the best whiner I've ever seen. He can whine, people.
And he was like the second
one.
He can twerk. He make the female look like, what are y'all doing?
I can spell it, but that's
so Zoe's story with me. Zoe's story, Zoe's with me was the same story I had with him. I was going through a divorce. I was not the type to go out by myself, always went out with him and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh my God. So, my whole life is changing. And here comes his fiery self, right? Hey, but he was in my class and I pointed him out and I said, you come here, get in the front with me. Let's dance. So he got in the front because I used to pack in my class for about maybe 75 people in that class. They had to build a room. That's how God is.
That's how Island Beats
is gonna be.
That's right. The partner you supposed to be with to build that even more.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, are you an instructor? He said, I just became certified. I said, you're not teaching with anybody else with me. I'm gonna push you up and I'm gonna teach you how to teach because you have potential. So he did. And we tore it up. Yeah. And he was the one that introduced me to Afro music because I love Afro beats. And he's young. Half Jamaican and Dominican. That was crazy about
He's fuego. He's fuego. That's fuego.
He's the love of my life. Yeah. And we still, he's like my son. He tells me, he says, I look at you as my mom more than I look at my mom. Aww. He's, as we know, he's homosexual and, it was very hard for him, but we were there for each other, Yeah. And when I moved here, oh my God, this man was so sad.
He was hurt.
But I told him
he's been to Cleveland, 3-4 times since we've been here?
Yeah, we all did last year.
They'll be here again.
Yeah, we got some events coming up. Rafiki is coming. He has done all of our master classes. I love Rafiki. We have a good time. It's like a family. It's like an extension of what Iris and Rafiki did in Florida.
Right.
Yes.
And on a t-shirt the other day called Caribbean Heat.
Right. Because we created a team.
I didn't know Caribbean Heat was even a thing.
And we were Caribbean Heat. And that's how they knew us. So we would go to master classes, Zumba. So Rafiki is a very good person and he's helped a lot. He got me out of that shell that I was in. Yeah. Just a tiny shell because it's hard for me to go really under. So
we know you ain't going.
I was like, what shell?
That's I got like a soft shell crab.
Right, exactly.
Zoe, could you tell us about your upcoming events? And
Yes. So this Friday here in Cleveland, Ohio, we are having our second.
What date would that be?
Summer Jam.
We might.
Yeah, this episode's airing on July 19th.
Oh, it'll be after.
So it'll be after. Okay, but you still have a few events coming up.
Yeah.
After some really big ones.
Yeah. And the next one is.
But the Island Beats Summer Jam will also happen in August.
Okay.
August 13th and September 17th. It's a big old Zumba party at Edgewater Beach in Cleveland, Ohio, where we just bring a DJ and we just party.
How do our listeners sign up for that?
They can go to our website, Island Beats Studio, and it's 1s.com. and go to the events tab, and all the events are listed there.
Wonderful.
The biggest event that we call the biggest event is our birthday hangout.
Yes.
Which is on the 24th of July.
Wonderful.
So, Iris's birthday.
Right.
So there are so many things about us that are the same, right? We're both our July babies. Hers is the 18th, mine is the 25th. And when we started like coming together, we were like partying together for our birthday. So the birthday hangout masterclass is on the 24th from 11 till 12:30. We secured our art studio.
Oh my goodness.
A gallery warehouse.
Yes.
Ooh, so in line. So in line.
Yes. This artist, her name is
Gwen Garth.
Garth.
Yes.
And it's so funny because I met her at the
laundromat.
Listen, guys, I ain't mad at the laundromat. I
laundromat.
I meet everybody at the laundromat. All right.
And she was like,
when she said she's so New York, because let me tell you, people like the Carolinas don't know nothing about no laundromats.
Laundromats, exactly.
They don't know about them like we know about them from being up north. Like, yeah.
Yes.
But it's so funny. She was like, I met this lady at the laundromat who's an artist, and her name is Gwen. And I was like, I know Gwen. I'm like, oh my God, I know Gwen. So sure enough, Cleveland is like Mayberry.
Right.
Like you're gonna.
Yeah. Gwen is super nice. She was very nice to by donation offer us her spot. She has a warehouse
on the east side.
On the east side,
Asian Town area.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Place.
So we're gonna do a master class there. It will be virtual. So I know that Linda, you signed up to join.
Yes, I did.
And some other folks. So we're excited about that. After that same day, we're hosting an event for Zumba instructors only. It's Zen Jam. We're bringing in someone by the name of Janice Gonzalez. She's like a hottie. She's like,
and she looks like she's 10 years old.
She's a presenter. She presents at Zumba conferences.
Right.
Ooh.
It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, it's
going to
be a big deal. And she will be at the masterclass also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you doing any traveling, any touring?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
We will be in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Yeah. We were trying to figure out how do we get to our students around it.
Yes.
Maryland is close by. We got a girlfriend that lives in Gaithersburg, so she helped us find a location. So we're going to do a master class, which is called Feature Inner Shine. So we're going to introduce that whole concept to our DMV.
And we invited a special guest. His name is Socrates. Socrates Fuego.
Cool. That's gonna be
Socrates is big with his Haitian community in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and he's a presenter also for Zumba.
Yeah.
That is
what
awesome.
date is this, ladies?
Deal.
August 7th at 11 a.m.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah. So all you Maryland heartbeats, come on out. I will.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be there.
To it. Yes. So it's awesome. Shauna's going to be there as well. We're just going to kick it and have a lot of fun. So I'll Barbie for
going to Linda's backyard.
For that. Yes. So it's right in my wheelhouse and looking forward to it. It's a great.
And Linda, this will be the first time that we've danced with you in person.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna
that'll be fun.
So this also
don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
Also be on the lookout, guys. Sometime between September and October, we are planning an Island Beats retreat in the Dominican Republic.
This year?
Next year, 20.
Oh, next year.
Okay.
But
that's
it
great.
will be.
We'll start talking about it and releasing thing for it in September and October. But next year, April or May.
Wonderful. That's great.
So that's going to be another exciting.
And besides the events, besides the classes we also offer like specialty dance workshops. The one that we're very proud of is the Body and Soul Bachata. Linda was a part of that. Look at her.
I love that bachata. That's my song too. Can I sing it on here? Probably not. But
go ahead, sing it, Linda. Do it, Linda.
It's my love.
Yes.
This is sound like Zoe now.
Yes.
You gotta sing.
You gotta change, my girl. I love it.
I know. She said, Jeanette said she has changed. I was like, oh, we're gonna get our mala on today. Okay, get ready.
Look at her shoulder.
I used to roll my shoulders like this. Now it's like smooth.
I love it. I just love it, baby.
We love you too.
Wait.
We love
embody
Beats.
the unleash
Yes.
your inner shine.
We
But
can't wait.
She does, right?
Jeanette, don't feel bad because
I know.
North Carolina is in the works.
Okay.
With also Shauna, it is in the works. I have a brother and hawking me and a cousin to go see them.
That's
I was
that's
talking to
so
Zoe
cool.
about that. So
Excellent.
most likely towards the end of the year, we will plan it out and we'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, we'll talk about that because I have my sister-in-law is really involved with the city. She works for the city and she can actually get us a place and stuff where we can.
Nice.
What part of North Carolina?
Well, that's the thing. They're close to Charlotte.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm 2.5 hours from Charlotte. It's closer
2
to
hours.
Yeah, I'm like an hour and 45.
I could do the drive. That's not a problem.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's.
All right.
Linda will
Well, we'll
drive
talk
through
about-
50
I'll drive.
states.
It's like it's 6
Linda's
hours.
like, oh,
I don't care.
coming.
I'm
Like,
coming. I've been to Charlotte. I went to
Linda's
Charlotte.
like, whatever.
I was like,
I want to plan that out because my cousin has been.
Linda, give him your va boom.
va, va,
You got a
va,
bye
boom.
boom?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Va, 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 boom.
Girl, we done really woke something up in her.
Right.
Let me tell
Yeah, now,
y'all.
now. Look at Shauna.
She is something else.
Shauna's like, what?
Hey, listen.
Yes,
Look at her.
we love
She
this
is
new Linda.
on
We
100.
love
you.
this.
It's let me
The
tell you.
heartbeats. If y'all want to be woke up like her and
That's
like
it.
have
That's it.
sexiness
All
going
you
on,
need
you
to
gotta
do
kind
is
of come
Take
out.
one little class a week, like Linda
I just
does.
gotta remember
One
it's
class a week.
times.
That's all it takes. One
That's
class.
all it
One
takes.
class
That's
a
all
week.
Linda did for a whole year. Both of our bodies
It's
got
3 times
chiseled
on
out
one
in a
side.
year. And heartbeats, you want to hang out with the heart of chat? We're working out every Saturday morning, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Just
Nine
throw it in
a.m.
my
Only
face
one.
how y'all got chiseled and I got pregnant and was just sitting there.
They coming.
She
She
got ice
coming
cream
back.
cones every day. Like, oh, go give me some of
You wasn't
those.
doing the right thing.
Hey,
She coming back. Jeanette coming
Jeanette
back.
was
Yeah.
using those moves in a
Before
different
That's
way.
right.
I was doing Island Beats one Saturday. That was my last class before I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, man, I was working out and then I was like, I can't breathe. I was like, I just turned my camera off and I literally just laid down until like halfway to the end of the class and I got back up, turned my camera back on and did like the cool down. I was like, I can't do this no more. Something is wrong with me.
Something is wrong.
was like, I don't
Oh,
know
you were
what's going
using your
on.
moves for a different reason.
There you go.
That part.
Island Beats.
But let me tell
Yes.
you, so like at the start of quarantine, I started eating better. I started doing Island Beats and I started losing weight. And then I got pregnant. And at 2 years, no birth control. Like we wasn't trying, but my body was like, oh, look at us getting healthy. I think we're ready to have a baby. I was like, oh,
Plant
God.
some seeds.
That's what happened,
Yeah.
though, Jeanette. You woke up something in your body because
Yeah.
once you go to a different lifestyle,
Yeah.
Mhm.
did a whole change
Yeah.
in your body.
Energy change.
Though.
It's
Look,
nice.
Yeah.
you
I'm
had an
trying to
Island
get
Beats
back there.
baby.
You had an
That's
Island Beats
right.
baby, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she is fuego. Let me tell you, that girl is.
We call her Baby Heartbeat.
Yes.
She was part of
Oh,
all of us
precious.
creating this podcast.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
the baby
Yes.
I
heartbeat.
love it. I love
Baby
it,
heartbeat.
guys. I'm so proud of you
So-
all.
Oh, thank you.
Our chat.
We love you guys. We're proud of you
Awesome.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And not only
Awesome.
that, guys,
Hug,
but
virtual hug.
yes, and
Yes.
we feel so special because we also are very highly supported by our family, which is very good. They used to take our classes. I don't know
Right.
what happened now.
Yeah.
We gotta check them back.
My daughter, my 27-year-old, was like, "Yeah, mom." She came to our master class, and after the hour, she was like, "It's not over."
Yeah. So my oldest was doing the class. She did it.
Yeah.
She moved back from Little Rock, so she's here now with me. But her and her friend did a couple of them, and then her friend is she's white and Puerto Rican, and she was like, oh, her mom is Puerto Rican. She was like, my mom would love this, but they was over there like, I'm so tired, but you're gonna send it to your mom because she can take it, y'all.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, y'all thought y'all was in shape because y'all young, but
Right.
you're really not.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but
Yeah.
I want to bring my mom back because she kind of fell off. My mom really needs it for health wise, and she was.
She looks so
Yeah,
happy.
well.
Every time
Yeah.
she was
But-
on it, I love seeing her
Yeah.
on there
Yeah.
smiling.
Yes.
You
And when
see
she
back,
did the
it's
bachata, I think she did the bachata that time.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I
That
was so
cute.
I was so inspired. I was like, oh, I want to look like her. She was doing it.
Well, she'll be here for the master class,
Yeah,
so you guys
that
will
was
see
cute.
her.
That was
She'll
cute.
be here, and
Good.
we'll also be emceeing at the master class.
Yes.
As well.
Okay.
You know, our cool down, resident cool down.
It's my daughter.
It's her
So
daughter.
that song, it was, I don't know if y'all still use that same song, but when I first was coming, it was your daughter's song. I loved it. I was like, let me go look her up immediately.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like, she is so good.
We are up now.
Yeah, now we do up now.
Because we're up now. I mean, minute.
Look at Linda.
You can't be, and she said you can't be rich when your mentality is broke.
Exactly.
So, right.
So, and the other part, and I don't know how long we're gonna be on here, but I do want to say Iris and I are older. We're not young ladies, right? And the cool thing about this is we are representing for the 50 club.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's our community.
Listen, I'm 52 and I don't care.
There we go. That's yeah.
Zero filter right here, guys. Zero
filter. I have to put the filter on her.
That's it. Because you know what? We know where we at today, but we definitely don't know where we're gonna be at tomorrow.
That's true. That's true.
You gotta stay present. Stay present.
That's right.
And anything that I see that I'm gonna get a little wrinkle, I'm gonna get rid of it. Stress free, guys. Anything that I see something coming out, some wrinkle and more white hairs than what I already got, I'm gonna get rid of it.
Nah, y'all look amazing.
Y'all are amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. It sure was.
Of course.
It sure was.
Yes. Wow, ladies. Well, we definitely love you, ladies. We thank you for being here. Just really want to talk about, I think Shauna wanted to cover a couple of things. We have a 3-city tour that we had talked about with you ladies that we're going to be doing very soon. So October is Cleveland, Ohio. I believe we're targeting October 23rd. And then January 29th is going to be Greenville, South Carolina, where Jeanette is. April 30th will be the Washington, D.C. area, College Park, Maryland. So we're super, super excited. So we hope we can collaborate there somewhat. And we're looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure. And all of the notes and events that you cover will be in our show notes. And we will share with our listeners our heartbeats via email, social media, all of the Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. So in addition to, we may have a couple of surprise graphics in there for our resident expert, Jeanette, over there. And and Shauna, do you want to tell our heartbeats, our listeners, where they can find us and hear this in our other episodes?
Where can we find Zoe and Iris?
Let's start there. Zoe and Iris, can you let us know where they can find you at, follow you at?
Yes. We are on Instagram, Island Beats _CLE. You can find us there. You can also find us on Facebook, islandbeats.cle. We have a Twitter handle that we're building, same as the Facebook, islandbeats.cle, and our new website, Island Beats Studio with one S.com.
Great.
That's in the studio part.
That's it.
That's right.
Manifesting the studio part. It should be coming up very soon. We're praying that we'll be in there in about next 2 months. Hopefully, God willing.
Yeah.
And we will. Now we're praying. God is gonna put us there. He said we gotta handle those 2 old ladies. I'm getting tired of them. They're begging too much. They're begging too much.
You want way too much out of life.
They want too much.
They're too ambitious.
As long as
put them on a waiting list.
Now, that's one thing that we talked about is as long as you keep taking action and moving forward and being obedient, he's going to continue to open doors and create the opportunities that you can't even ask for.
Yeah. And give to get back. Gotta give to get back.
Yes. I love that.
We love you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are going to get ready to close out the show and let everyone know that you can find us, of course, on YouTube if you want to watch the videos. The podcast is on every major podcast platform you can think of. You can find us on Facebook, IG, Twitter as well. Our website. Don't forget to get your apparel. We have merchandise. Yes, we have our planners. Don't forget to get your coffee mug, please. And we mentioned the 3-city tour. We're very excited about that. So please come join us and you can come to all 3. You don't have to come to the closest city. You can come to all 3.
Right.
We scheduled them quarterly on purpose so that you can kind of work some things out and come and hang out with us in all 3 cities will be a lot of fun. And so, come back this week or come back next week and every week after this because it's going to be fuego, baby. Come back.
That's it.
All right.
Come back.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.